guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Samantha and I'm here to do the finish the book tag. I came across this on book reviews with Zoe, I believe that's her name, on her channel, and I just decided to go ahead and give it a whirl. So I am going to be playing the video, pausing, and answering the questions that way. The first question is, do you keep a list of books that you have read? And I do. I keep a reading journal that I try to be good about updating as soon as I get done with the book. Sometimes it's usually like right before I do my like reading wrap up for the end of the month, but I also have a reading spreadsheet that I use that is from Allie with Hardback Hoarder. I use her reading spreadsheet to keep track of my reading, and I am a big user of Goodreads. I have been using Goodreads since like high school, maybe my junior or senior year of high school, honestly, so I've been using it for quite a long time. I honestly don't see myself switching to anything else. I've tried to use Storygraph in the past and I'm good with keeping up with it for the first like month or two of the year and then kind of slack off on it. So I'm not really all that active on Storygraph. Question 2 is, do you keep track of stats? I do, to an extent. I love Allie's reading spreadsheet for that fact because of how in-depth it's broken down. I tend mostly just to use the stats for myself, and I have just this past year started using the monthly stats whenever I'm doing my reading wrap up, but other than that, that is really the only stats that I tend to keep track of. And question 3 is if I use star ratings, and I do. I just kind of like do my own estimating based on the CAWPILE rating that is kind of loosely used in Allie's spreadsheet, just to determine whether or not like what star rating it is to post on Goodreads and things like that. Next question is, do you review books? Kinda, sorta do. NetGalley books, I try to make a bigger effort of doing reviews and getting better about writing reviews, and in essence this channel is a way of kind of loosely reviewing books as well, like just sharing my thoughts about any of the books that I happen to pick up. So more or less, yes. Where do I put my finished books? Depending on if I enjoyed the book. If it's a book that gets above 3 stars, it just lives in my bookshelf, but if it is under that, it gets unhauled, usually to my local library. They have a like a second chance bookstore that they have in a separate room, so I usually tend to donate my books that way, but most of the time if it's something that I do plan on keeping, it's going to go back on my bookshelves. Question 6 is, how do you pick your next book? Most of the time I'm a mood reader, but I do have a TBR game, which is Tarot TBR, that will give me kind of like a base selection of books to choose from. As long as I have a good range to choose from each month, I am pretty good about sticking to it, and I am into book clubs as well. I host my own book club and I co-host one with a couple of friends of mine. So generally, I tend to try to like predetermine what I read at least a week or 2 before the new month starts. Do you have any rituals that you do when you finish a book? Just update my spreadsheets and update Goodreads. That's pretty much what I usually do when it comes to whenever I finish a book. Okay, and the last question is who I choose to tag, which I am going to tag Ashley with Ashley's Media Addiction and Kim with Whimsical Narratives. I will leave their information in the comment section or the description box below, and if they would like to do these tags, I tag them. And until the next time, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you liked it, and subscribe to keep up to date with any of the videos I happen to come out with in the future. And until then.